Hello everyone, I hope you're having a great day today. MersLess Ones here, back with another Bleach Brave Soul video, and in this one we're going to be taking a look at the new Burn the Witch Swimsuit Macy 5 out of 5 Max Transcendence. Hopefully you enjoy. If you do, leave a like. If you are new to the channel, you have been here for a while, please consider subscribing and help me get to 600 subscribers. Also, if you would like to further support me in the channel, you can become a channel member, and that is entirely up to you. Now with all that said, let us go ahead and get started. So I won't go into too much detail about this Macy here because I did in her initial showcase, but I guess the most notable things to note about this unit are that, well, with the new EX skill, this does increase depending on how many dupes you have. You can just pretty much see if you've only ever pulled one copy of the unit, your bruiser will be 18%, and then it just increases all the way up to a maximum at 30%, 5 out of 5. So there's that. Let's see, what else can we go over? I guess we can also go over the attribute power-ups just again because they did increase the last time I showcased this unit. So now, as you can see here, I can get all of my characters up to level 421. I'm going to be getting an extra 315 attack and an extra 300 focus. My max link slot levels are 22 and my Transcendence slot levels are 13. And actually, I didn't increase those, so give me a quick second. Alright, so there we go. I just pretty much increased the attack and focus here just because I don't think the defense, stamina, and this really doesn't matter. I actually made a mistake here. I was on autopilot and accidentally upgraded this. I usually don't do that for NAD units because it's just a waste of resources, but yeah, I just wasn't paying attention there. And then I have the 3-star attack here in the Transcendence slot that's going to be giving us an extra 500 attack, so there's that. And yeah, I guess we can go over the this right here just to see like what's being added from the attribute power-ups. Let's see, bruiser, yep. And here we're getting an extra 2% bruiser from the attribute power-ups. Fire resistance, yep, we're getting an extra 10% fire resistance from the attribute power-ups here. And I think that's pretty much it, not much else being affected at the moment. Yeah, I mean, everything about this, I pretty much just went over for her in her initial showcase, so we can just pretty much go over the build. It's just pretty much going to be the same here as it was previously. Nothing's changed here. I've only ever actually, how many copies of this Renji did I pull? I can't remember. Okay, so I only ever pulled one copy of this Renji, so his EX skill, damage to last rate enemies, is 25%, so that's pretty much the minimum. And this is actually going to be a good link to put on this Macy because she does have last rate on her Nash String, SA2, and Soul Ball. So that is going to be helpful for her there. And then some strong attack reduction, full stamina damage boost links. Then the bonus abilities, full stamina damage boost, and the plus 200 attack. So let's go ahead and jump into some content to see what this unit can do. 5 out of 5 Max Transcendent. Alright, so here are in the link slot trials here. I forgot what enemies are in here, so don't ask me. Okay, there's hollow enemies in here. So unfortunately, she will not have killer. So since she is immune to the fire resistance 200%, she's going to be very great for the nightmare difficulty guild quest because of the, just new status element plus are in those nightmare difficulty guild quest stuff. And I'm getting stun locked again. This is very reminiscent to what happened last time. But the good thing about this unit is she's going to be more effective going up against no affiliation enemies because she will have that 50% chance to dodge their attacks, and also she'll have the increased status chance against no affiliation enemies. So it will be a lot easier for you to proc your status elements. And then just being able to inflict the drain and last rate on enemies is just good. Last rate is a very good status element to be able to inflict on enemies because it will stop them from like using their own strong attack. And then drain, obviously, to keep your full stem up because this unit's sole trait is its normal attack damage inflicted at full stem 40%. So as long as you're able to stay at full stem, it'll be great. So you will benefit a lot from a full stamina damage boost build and some strong attack reduction links. Just because the SA1 being a minor boost and the SA3 being a major boost. And she also does have the gauge effect here that is going to be giving her an extra flurry, which she's definitely going to need because she has a base flurry of +1, which is just unfortunate. I don't think we should be getting any units to have flurry +1 anymore, in my opinion. Even if like the gauge effect will like just give them an extra flurry or frenzy. I don't like it, but that's just me. She also does have the gauge rampage skill, which will help us get our gauge back faster, as you can see. So here we are at the end. I'm gonna go ahead and pop my soul bomb here. Alright, so here we are in another run here. Yeah, just to showcase the unit off again. Now you might have noticed that we did start off our gauge pretty much almost filled. That's because she does have the start gauge 70%. This works everywhere except in brave battles. So just getting that extra burst of damage early on definitely will be helpful. Now I do think this character would be a great auto unit for like melee, no affiliation weekend guild quest. I'm not sure who like the best, I guess SP unit or main unit you will want to use in melee no affiliation guild quest week. But I guess when it gets here, I guess we can just take a look at it. Now, well, I guess I kind of messed up. I could have done a 1 out of 5 showcase for her in Nightmare Difficulty guild quest, but I just kind of already max rescinded her. Actually, I wonder if I take out the Transcendence dupes, will it actually lower her EX skill? I haven't tested that out. I just figured it wouldn't, since, I don't know. Maybe it doesn't work. Maybe it does, but I don't know. But yeah, we're fine with the burn status helmet, but not the freeze. I'm telling you, if this unit was a ranged NAD unit and she was able to do, the only different thing that I would change about this unit is she was ranged. If she was ranged, she would probably be the best unit in the game, in my opinion. The only thing that probably would make me not say that is because of the flurry +1 base. Alright, so for this run I did bring some support units here. The Staff Weekend, he is a super power unit, but he also increases technique attribute characters movement speed by 30%. And you can obviously tell the difference because we are moving a bit faster. And that Robert there, he increases technique attribute characters normal attack damage by 20%. So that's just more, you know, NAD damage for us. And the more damage, the better, right? Right. So overall, definitely a good, well-rounded character. Now, for a melee unit, these are some good status elements to give her. Because if you're inflicting them, you know, the drain will obviously help you just stay at full stem, since you have the close to enemies and you're going to be like prone to damage a lot more than ranged that unit will be. And then, you know, just inflicting lacerate to stop like the bosses from like using their strong attacks is definitely going to be helpful. And you know, the gauge is just a nice touch on it too, obviously. Yeah, this character will be probably the most effective in the guild quest she's meant for. Even though she doesn't have like the guild quest skills, I mean, she's going to be a very good unit for it. And yeah, this pretty much is all to show about this Macy here. Very good melee NAD unit. Better than most, that's for sure. You know, this will probably be the last time I play her soul bomb. Alright, so here we are in the epic raid menu. Since there is a new epic raid up and she is a new unit here, and she is also going to be pretty much the max damaging boost unit here, and I thought I'd just go ahead and take her in here to see how well she'll do. Now the build here will pretty much change. As for my familiars here, I just have these at full stamina damage boosts. And then the character links here, I'm going to be using this chat here, and I'm just going like a straight full-on full stamina damage boost build here. And just because, really. And if we just take a look at our full stamina damage boost here, it's going to be at 170%, which is definitely a lot. So if you want to switch up this build around, you definitely can. If you want to go for like the strong attack reduction links, full stamina damage boost, you definitely can, just to get that SA1 and SA3 back faster. That is an option. And if you want to use the 10th anniversary Renji, if you have them here, definitely do that too if you want to. Alright, so here we are, and the reason why I just pretty much didn't like go for like the strong attack reductions, full stamina damage boost links here is because I'm just pretty much doing this by myself. If you're doing this obviously in a group, you definitely are going to probably want to do that just to, you know, support the team, be a team player. Oh, we took some damage, so yeah, our damage definitely did fall off here, but as long as we inflict our status on it, we'll be fine. But since this is a Stern Ritter and Quincy enemy, we won't have that increased status element chance. So pretty much going to be relying on Soul Bomb and that chance just to be able to do it on our Nastring here. But once we get our force down back, our damage will shoot right back up. Taking a while for it to proc. That's where that increased status of a chance against no affiliation enemies definitely would help out here. I could just pop my soul bomb, but I'm going to wait for the last phase actually. And this also gives me some time to learn his attack patterns too, so I'm not really too upset about it. So I'll use my soul bomb here. Yep, now we're back at full stam, and then we lost it immediately. So if you're able to keep your full stam, it's obviously going to be a lot better. And this is the downside to like full stamina damage boost builds, because if you aren't proccing your status elements often, you are going to lose out on a lot of damage. And obviously, if her like increased status element chance wasn't restricted to no affiliation enemies, and if it was just like speed enemies in general, obviously that would make this unit a lot better too. But he's almost dead here. If I played better, I definitely would have been able to keep my force down. But he's almost dead here. There we go. Yeah. So keep your full stam, you can easily kill this guy. Alright, so yeah, I think that's pretty much just a show about this Macy. Her guild quest still has not came around yet, so I mean, I guess when it does come around, I can take her in there. Kind of messed up by just, you know, kind of, actually hold on, wait, let me test something really. What happens if I take off this? Will the EX skill level go down too? No, okay, it didn't. I didn't think so. Alright, fine. Yeah. So I did kind of mess up there not to be able to showcase her 1 out of 5 T20 and Nightmare difficulty guild quest. So I guess we'll just do a Max and a showcase in there either way. So I figured. Alright, so yeah, that's going to be it for this one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thank you for watching. And as usual, until next time.